Hi guys, you have to admire Sky News' attempt to make the election of a new Tory leader interesting, because no one really gives a crap. So they visited a Conservative constituency and spoke to some members, most of them pretty old I might add. Anyway, the issue of age was brought up, and a number of Conservative members dismissed the idea of allowing 16 and 17-year-olds the right to vote. Now this is something that Labour have said that they would introduce, and considering that you can work and join the army at that age, why would the Conservatives be against such an idea?
I mean, Keir Starmer's trying to change the voting age to 16, which I don't agree with, and things like that, and that's reaching out to young people.
You said to me about glue on the ceiling or something in the car about that.
I said, yeah, when we were all 16, we were flinging glue on the ceiling at school, and he wants people to be able to vote. I think it's ridiculous. So,
okay,
yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I have a business in Wales, and in Wales they're allowing 16-year-olds to vote, and they're trying to make so that 14-year-olds can vote.
It's a slippery slope.
Now, I have grandchildren, and I can assure you, even at 16, I'd be debatable whether they're old enough and mature enough to do it. Definitely not a 14-year-old.
Well, Sophie, the debate raging here.
These are the people who selected Liz Truss over Rishi Sunak. And they're talking about 16-year-olds not being mature enough to vote. Remember, these are the people who selected Liz Truss. My goodness. And they still support Liz Truss over Rishi Sunak, it seems. You know, I find it interesting that the lady at the beginning was talking about glue. Liz Truss is probably, half the time drinking glue. Look, why are the Conservatives against the idea of extending voting rights to 16 and 17-year-olds? Because they don't vote for the Conservatives. The voting bloc that the Conservatives have relied upon over the last number of years has went in the direction of towards 100 years. What I'm talking about here is their voting bloc is getting older and older. Their membership is getting older and older. You couldn't see it, but in another part of this interview, most of the people in this room who are members of the Conservative Party are over the age of 60. So they're relying on a membership that is getting older, and they're relying on voters that are getting older. So of course they're against the idea of allowing 16 and 17-year-olds to vote. 16 and 17-year-olds can join the army. They can work. Why should they not be allowed to vote? And you can't say, well, it's about immaturity. You people voted for Liz Truss. You people wanted Liz Truss in charge. You wanted Boris Johnson before that. A clown, a literal clown. And you're talking about how 16 and 17-year-olds aren't mature enough? Now, he mentioned also 14-year-olds. That could be probably some scaremongering by the Conservatives, which is a different issue. But 16 and 17-year-olds, if you're allowed to work, you should be allowed to vote. What is the argument against that? There isn't. There isn't one. Unless you're a Conservative and you're worried that, once again, young people will vote against the Conservatives. That's their greatest concern. Not about maturity, because, once again, these are the people who put Liz Truss in charge. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.